How many people are under contention for
Well, here's our gallery. I think you could probably say all of the men apart from him.
this? Yes.
From the detective.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's every week I think, oh, yes, I think now it's him.
Yeah.
And then something else comes to light.
Right.
And I change my mind again, which is why it's so brilliant, isn't it?
That's right. I think that's to Chris's credit, Chris Chibnall, who wrote it, because what he does so cleverly is he sort of seduces you into thinking this must be it, and this person, it must be them, and then just pulls the rug. And also with the female characters as well, your sympathies change as well when you think someone is perhaps, you know, who they are. You then get fed another piece of information rather cleverly that leads you to perhaps suspect the man in their life.
Yes, which leads me to the whole point about your character, Jim Atwood, where, well, it couldn't possibly be Jim because there's an explanation as to why his DNA is there, whatever it is. Makes me think, nah, keep him under consideration.
And I think he's obviously married to Kath. They've been married a long time. They're sort of faces around Broadchurch. They're a known couple. And I think a lot of people know them as a pair.
But so there we are thinking, how lovely. She's having a 50th birthday party organised by her husband. Isn't that lovely? Then we find out she's already told the police that you disappeared for 2 hours. Well, she can't account for you for 2 hours during that party. So immediately, vroom, you go up on the suspect list. And then we discover you've actually slept with Trish, who is your wife's best friend.
And don't attempt to deny it, because we had Julian 2 weeks ago.
Yes,
we were told.
she told us. It's true.
Hey, Judy.
She told us the truth. At the beginning of this, as actors, are any of you told who the perpetrator is and how this is going to end?
No. I think the person or persons who do it, who've done the deed are forewarned. Simply because of the nature of the show being so big, and perhaps
how they have to act it out, the nuance.
Yeah, well, not so much is that. It's about how it's going to be received. You as an actor being known.
Well, so out when
exactly.
You're out, if you
I think that's what happened.
play a rapist, then you might get some.
Well, I don't know.
Problems.
I think that you're sort of forewarned that.
Well, you're done for after that Home Fires, I have to say, which was an amazing character, sinister. I don't know if anybody ever used to watch this. It used to be on ITV, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock on a Sunday evening.
Great series.
World War II, and set in this lovely little village. But this character, who I have to say, in fairness to you, Mark, looks so much older than you are. Absolutely. But he was a man. Did he have post-traumatic stress, or was he just an evil?
Yeah, I think you could possibly say that was the case. I mean, that's what I thought had happened.
He came home from the war.
Yeah, very young man, and like a lot of men of that time, he had to cope with what he had seen, and didn't cope very well, and took it out on his wife.
Did people hate you for that role?
Yeah.
Oh, God, he was so good.
It was.
I mean, we used to discuss you and go, oh, he's so horrible, he's so awful.
Yeah.
And we've met you, so we know you're not.
Well, it was tough kind of collecting my kids for a while at the school playgrounds, you can imagine. And obviously now with Broadchurch, it's, you know, the suspicion lies there.
As long as you don't sort of want to, what's the term, method act, you know, you want to get
do
in
your
the
research.
But my wife was saying to me, she believes that when you were doing your research for this part, what happened, Ruth?
No, didn't you have to say to your wife? Because normally we always say to actors, so what research did you do to get into character?
Yeah,
somebody who sleeps with their wife's best friend.
Well, that's why I asked her. I said, would you mind if I did a bit of philandering? And she said, no, off you go, actually, frankly. Yeah.
And your lovely wife is Victoria Hamilton, who plays the Queen Mother in The Crown, of course, there she is.
There she is.
What's it like being married to the Queen Mother?
Yeah.
Well, she tells me off a lot of the time. You know, tells me to go and bake some cakes and sharpen myself up a bit, you know, that type of thing.
That's been so well received, that series, as well, isn't it?
Yes, it's done brilliantly.
Well, as actors, you're on a very rich vein of form, are you not? You must be very thankful.
It's lovely to be busy, always grateful for that, and nice to be doing, you know, really interesting. I mean, hers in particular, playing somebody who lived and, you know, researching all of that, and mine being in a show like Broadchurch and having all those wonderful actors around you, brilliant writing.
And you've worked with Sarah Parrish, I think, before, haven't you?
I've worked with Sarah twice, and I've worked with Olivia 3 times, and Jodie once.
I mean, the cast is terrific, isn't it?
Yeah.
And also that ongoing story, of course, because you've come your new characters to the series, but we've still got the old storyline kind of bubbling away, haven't we?
Well, that's exactly, and I think last week's episode, I mean, brought that to the fore. So
Even that
so
we have to be
palpable.
careful because there are people that say, "Oh, don't tell me, I haven't watched it yet."
Okay.
We're very
Look,
mindful of giving
what we can
anything
tell you,
away.
though, is that we're now 2 episodes away from finding out who did
I'd be
it.
very disappointed in you.
I'm sorry, Ruth. Well, we'll wait and see. Wait and see.